before I start this video, I just want to get some words out before this starts. First, if anyone from SDS is watching, I'm not trying to insult you. I'm making this video to try to make MLB The Show 19 that much better, so don't take this personally. Also, there are a lot of things that I found on Twitter and YouTube, and I will definitely shout them out, but there's just too many to name. Also, there are a lot of people who've been doing videos like this. I had this idea for about 3 weeks. I just never had the energy to do it. And lastly, I've been playing a lot of Madden right now, so a lot of their content is similar to what I will say. So, this is how to improve MLB The Show 19. This is my wish list. So, number 1, get rid of the exchanges. They make you spend your stubs on something you won't ever use. I'm 110% sure that if there weren't any exchanges in the game this year, I would have lad right now. Number 2, completely get rid of Immortals. Yes, the Immortals were pretty cool, but they were mostly a game killer. For any of the content that comes out for the rest of the season, why should I bother getting it if I already have a full lineup of Immortals? It makes sense. It makes all of the content pointless once you have a few Immortals. Number 3, get rid of 100 plus stats. It made pretty much any card without 90 plus stats usable by June. It also makes the gameplay worse. There have been many plays where someone with 100 plus power have hit a pitch way out of the zone that would never be a home run in real life. 4 home run just because they have 110 power. Number 4, make contact hitters usable again. Previous MLB The Show's contact users were actually usable, but in this year, due to the hitting engine, any player with less than, I like to say less than 68 power on both lefties and righties are not usable online. For example, Jose Altuve was a beast in the previous games, but in this game, he is trash. Do you think he's worth 100k stubs? Hell no. He's not even worth 10k. If you're buying him for your team, then you're a complete idiot. No offense. Number 5, use common sense when releasing content. For example, in May, there was an event which rewarded you with a 96 Eric Gagne. Now, 3 months later, there is an event that rewards you with an 89 overall Matt Holliday. Why would you ever release an event reward as a 96 in May and then an 89 in August? It should be the other way around. As the year continues, they should increase the overall of the content they put out. Also, they need to put out content way more than last year. Once a week is not enough. Not even one. Sometimes they don't even do once a week. Sometimes it's once every 2 weeks, which is just not good. And they should increase the overall of the content they should put out as time goes on. Also, they need to put out, like I said, more content. In Madden, they put out content almost every day. But yeah. Number 6, stop nerfing cards. I have 2 examples here. First, we have the All-Star Flashback Troy Tulowitzki as an example. In MLB The Show 16, these were his stats. His contact versus righty was an 84, contact versus lefties 99, power versus righties 95, power versus lefties 91. In the Show 17, they just switched them around by like 1 or 2. But why don't we go over his stats in the Show 18? Contact versus righties 85, which is 1 more than 84, so it doesn't really make a difference. Contact versus lefties 105. Technically that's +6, but it's just because stats went up. I don't really classify that as an upgrade. Power versus righties 77. That's -18 from 95. And this power versus lefties 74. That's -17 from 91. They decreased his power by 35 from the Show 16 to the Show 18. Here's another example. All-Star legend Dave Winfield, that card in the ticket counter for 8,000 tickets. You might not know something about him. In the Show 17, these were his stats. Contact versus righties 83, contact versus lefties 97, power versus righties 86, power versus lefties 94. Now here are his stats in the Show 18. Contact versus righties 84, got upgraded by 1. Doesn't really make a difference. Contact versus lefties 99, got upgraded by 2, doesn't make that much of a difference. Now here is where it stings. Power versus righties, 70. They reduced his power versus righties by 16 in 1 year. And then the power versus lefties got a +1, which is still nothing. Why? Like, what is the point? What is the point of changing it from an 86 to a 70? It just doesn't make any sense. Number 7. This one's a killer. Fix the team epics. Not many people really talk about this, but in the show 17, team epics, in my opinion, were the best thing they added into the game from 16. But in 18, they straight sucked. In MLB The Show 17, you could get a team epic reward of players who were any rating, even 99, and the missions were very easy. The most stats you'd have to do is about 30 hits with one player at the end. That's it. They were so easy. This year you have to do 200 innings and tons of stats with their teams and exchanges for cards and for bobbleheads, and none of them were even a 90 overall plus. Come on, SDS. Number 8. Make all content worth going for. For example, why would I ever want to go for a 90 overall first baseman when I already have a 95 first baseman and I can't sell it? I think what SDS should do is make certain programs be sellable rewards and others not sellable. Keep in mind, I want to get rid of the Immortals, so the program tier wouldn't matter. I have hundreds of cards in my collection that I never use, just sitting in my inventory. Why can't we sell them on the market? I still think that when we do collections, the players should still be non-sellable, the live series cards, but why can't we sell on the market the collection rewards if we don't want them, or just doing the collections just to get them done, to get 100% on the collector reward. Number 9, make the programs and missions better. Programs are a good way to go no money spent, but there are things that can also make it better for the, quote, no 6 to 10 hours a day spent people. For example, don't make people play entire games for all of the missions in the entire game. Make situational missions like Madden. For example, maybe in a postseason program, you would have to remake certain memories. So you would have to hit a walk-off homer with a Yankees player versus the Red Sox like Aaron Boone or something along those lines. And the reason why I mention that is because they have that in Madden, and that's what makes solo challenges so much better. And that also leads me to my next point. Number 10, make the stub rewards better. In the average program in total, you would make somewhere between 500 to 2,000 stubs, excluding the immortal ones, obviously. And that is nothing. For example, in the Rookie Gauntlet in Madden, you make 77,000 coins by completing 65 solos. That's nearly 1,200 coins per solo challenge. By the way, for those non-Madden players, a solo challenge is a mission. And only 5 of the 65 solo challenges are full games that you have to play. And also keep in mind that you will get players that you will actually use in your team. In the show 18, to complete a program, you need tons of full 9-inning games just to get barely any stubs, and at most of the time, a player you won't even use. Number 11, fix the ticket counter. First of all, for those of you who didn't play the show 16, they had it so you could buy live series diamonds from the ticket counter. Bring that back, SDS. Getting all the collections done is already super hard without spending tons of money, so this would definitely help. Second, remove the commons, bronzes, and silvers in the ticket counter. Why would anyone ever want to buy a silver or less with those oh-so-valuable tickets on cards that people wouldn't even use on day 1? Also, there should be multiple diamonds in the ticket counter on day 1. Lastly, the ticket counter needs more variety. For example, they should have multiple rotations of multiple cards. There shouldn't be a slot in the ticket counter for just 1 or 2 players. Number 12, fix Inside Edge. The Inside Edge is a pretty cool aspect of the game, but sometimes it can be really stupid. How can someone be up on the day versus righties and lefties? Is the starting pitcher a switch pitcher like Pat Venditte? I don't think so. How could Miguel Cabrera this season have an inside edge boost if he's not even playing in the game and he's hurt? He's out for the season, but right now he is an inside edge. It just doesn't make any sense. Number 13, fix the PCI so that it's actually freaking realistic. No one in the game should be hitting homers when the when the PCI is only on half of the ball. Fix the damn fielding. Also, for the PCI, the timing is also messed up. They need to fix that. Forgot to write that. 14, fix the damn fielding. For God's sake, I shouldn't have to hold my breath whenever there is a ground ball or a pop-up. That is an easy play to be made. Players in the field don't ever use common sense. For example, they would take their sweet-ass time throwing to first when D. Gordon is running with his 95 speed, easily beating it out, and then stealing second and third, and then this guy bunts him in. Just because they took their sweet-ass time, and then D. Gordon beats it out, or someone fast. Just doesn't make sense. And then lastly, number 15, this one's a biggie. Fix pure analog pitching. There have been countless pitches that were good timing and that weren't placed where I wanted them to be. I have had so many games where I lose due to gameplay bullshit to someone who is 5 times worse than me, and then they rub it in my face and message me on PlayStation how I'm trash and how that I do all this grinding and I suck at the game and I lost because this game sucks when I'm 5 times better than them and I should be whooping their ass. I have so many messages. I have so many pictures of messages about stuff like that. It's just awful. But thank you guys for watching. This video is supposed to symbolize how much I care about this game. All I want is just for MLB The Show to go back to being the best card collecting game out there. And I'm also making this video because it's just the Show 18 this year was a complete failure. I know Giraffe Neck Mark made a video about this. He has a really good video about this. But yeah, it also divided the community a lot. It made a lot of people leave MLB and play other games. It made people become assholes on Twitter, and it caused more beef on Twitter. It just, all in all, just made the game worse. But hopefully, SDS actually listens to us this time. And that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I've been your host, Nick from Begins Gaming, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.